Sathya Sai Baba has said that a golden age is coming when all mankind will live as one family. This coming golden age already lives within us as love. What is needed now is a new type of education that brings out this love from within us so that it can transform our lives and the lives of others. To help us achieve this goal and change our hearts, Sathya Sai Baba teaches a new philosophy of true education called Educare. One of the primary teachings of Sathya Sai Baba is that true education should produce students of character. On this great principle, he has founded the many free schools and universities in India that bear his name. These schools all teach that true education takes the student beyond the concern for personal welfare to the welfare of the world. Sathya Sai schools and universities in India stand as shining examples of extraordinary institutions that produce students of great character, ready to apply their education in service to humanity.
I am indeed delighted to participate in the 21st convocation of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. I take this opportunity to congratulate the young graduates for their achievements. I greet the Vice Chancellor, Professor, teachers, and staff for the excellent contribution in shaping young minds to contribute to the nation in multiple fields.
The success of these schools can be found in the teachings of Sathya Sai Baba that true education, Educare, should be more than just book learning, but should also include the teaching of spirituality.
దీనిని ఈనాటి ఆధునికమైనటువంటి యొక్క విద్యలో ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అన్నారు.
In the modern parlance, we call it education.
కానీ ఆధ్యాత్మిక విద్యకు హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి యొక్క ప్రభావము ప్రచార ప్రబోధంలో చిక్కినప్పుడే దీనికి ఎడ్యుకేర్ అన్నారు.
But the spiritual education, when once it comes out of our heart and when once we start sharing with others, it is called educare.
ఎడ్యుకేర్ అనగా లోపల ఉన్నటువంటి దాన్ని బయటికి లాగి ప్రపంచానికి ఆదర్శంగా నిరూపించాలి.
Educare meant to bring out what is latent within.
ప్రతి మానవుని దగ్గర కూడాను ఈ దివ్యత్వము సత్యస్వరూపమై తాండవమాడుతున్నది.
In every man, there is divinity latent, dancing within.
కానీ ఆధ్యాత్మిక విద్య హృదయ ప్రభావంతో హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి ప్రేమ, సత్యము, ధర్మము, శాంతి ఇత్యాది గుణములను ప్రబోధించేటువంటిది.
But the spiritual education that arises out of human heart is full of values like love, truth, righteousness, peace, and non-violence.
ఇత్యాది రెండింటి యొక్క సమ్మిళితమైనటువంటి యొక్క విద్యనే ఈనాడు జగత్తుకు ఆదర్శవంతమైనది.
For the world today, the combination of secular education and spiritual education is very essential.
To implement Educare, Sathya Sai Baba has created Sathya Sai Education in Human Values. Truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. The teaching of these 5 values is the essence of all Sathya Sai Education in Human Values programs, creating students who are beacons of goodness and servants of their fellow man. From its origin in India, Sathya Sai Education in Human Values is now being taught in Sai schools and Sai educational programs throughout the world. Sai schools and Sai educational programs can now be found on every continent, in a variety of cultures, and in many different faiths. All Sai schools and educational programs around the world are based on the philosophy of Educare, the concept that true education takes the student beyond the concern for personal welfare to the welfare of all members of society. This transformation of the student is the essence of a Sathya Sai education. There are 4 types of education programs under the umbrella of Sathya Sai education. Sai Spiritual Education, or SSE, known as Balvikas in India, is focused on the life and teachings of Sathya Sai Baba. There are over 1,000 SSE programs around the world with many thousands of students. Sathya Sai schools are focused on imparting traditional education integrated with the 5 human values. There are over 120 Sathya Sai schools around the world. Sathya Sai Education in Human Values, also known as SSEHV, is focused on imparting human values to the general student population through existing partner schools and community programs. There are hundreds of SSEHV partner schools and community programs on every continent.
Making my thoughts, my words, and my actions as one.
Over 20 institutes of Sathya Sai education worldwide provide training, support, research, and outreach for educators in their respective countries.
What are we transforming?
So it's really transformative education that we are taking a look at here. No transformation, then there is really no justification for having Sai institutes.
In all aspects of Sathya Sai education, there are 5 basic teaching techniques that provide the full range of learning activities. These techniques are silent sitting, to help the students develop concentration and focus, increasing their ability to learn, to create, and to sustain a sense of equanimity and well-being.
The whole world is now filled with divine light, full of purity, full of love.
Storytelling. Story selections rich in human values are the cornerstone of every lesson. Stories of honorable deeds and worthy role models stimulate children's visions of excellence. These stories are drawn from the rich cross-cultural heritage of the entire world. Group prayer or quotations to promote acceptance of all faiths. Prayers and quotations from universally respected sources of wisdom serve as reminders of positive attitudes, personal goals, noble ideals, and inspire exemplary behavior. Group singing. This emphasizes universal messages for all the values. Singing together engenders feelings of joy and unity. The power of music stimulates cognitive and emotional development and an appreciation for beauty. Group activities encourage camaraderie. Plays and other activities can be used to dramatize exemplary role modeling, and they allow students to act out projected roles of excellence.
The modern education is confined to textual information.
ఈ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ కేవలము గ్రంథము నుండి ప్రబోధిస్తుంది.
This education, modern, is out of books.
ఎడ్యుకేర్ అనేటువంటిది గ్రంథములకు సంబంధించినది కాదు.
Educare,
గ్రంథిని బోధించేటువంటిది.
Educare is beyond books. It pertains to human heart.
Educare has two aspects, the worldly and the spiritual. Worldly education teaches us about the physical world. Spiritual education brings out the inherent divinity in each student. So both worldly and spiritual education are essential. Sathya Sai Baba gives particular importance to teachers. He says that teaching is the noblest of professions. It is also the holiest path for self-realization, for it involves the cultivation of selfless love and the showering and sharing of that love. The teacher molds the rising generation into self-confident, self-reliant, God-conscious persons.
We listen to everyone with love. We listen to the glory of God.
Each teacher at a Sathya Sai school is a shining example of unblemished character, a loving light that illuminates the heart of every child they teach. The teachers strive to build self-confidence in the students by constantly telling them how good they are, that they are worthy, and that they can and will succeed in life.
The important thing about the educational, the Sathya Sai Education in Human Values program is that we give them a certain self-confidence to tell them that you are good, you're not a dropout, you're not a failure, and if you work hard, God will help you.
These teachers regard their vocation as a sacred duty. They feel a great responsibility to mold future generations by what they teach and by the examples they set. But most importantly, they teach with love. All Sathya Sai schools and education programs throughout the world teach the unity of all faiths. Sathya Sai education can be easily incorporated into any school curriculum and is readily accepted by any community, faith, or culture.
This is the Sathya Sai School of Ribeirão Preto. We have been here for 3 years. We have now 90 children from the community here, and the children have the normal curriculum from the government, plus this Sathya Sai program of human values. And we have been very successful in the teaching of the children. They are really great, beautiful, and we have an excellent contact with the community. Their parents love the school, participate, and have excellent results. And we are learning with other schools, but we are also sharing our experience with other school teachers and school directors, and it has been a great experience. The Sathya Sai Human Value Program is really great. See, this is a Christian community, and there's a deep connection between the Christian culture and Swami's teachings on human value education. There's no conflict. We never lose any children because of cultural differences or pedagogic difference. So it has been really a great work. We're very happy with the results we found.
When you look at our auditorium, it's full of pictures, and each picture or portrait represents a religion, one of the major religions in the world. Even when you look at our logo and our badges, it has a representation of the 5 major religions in the world. Now, the reason we have this is to show the pupils that every religion is important. The pupils have to understand this. Even in the values we teach, we tell the children that respect for all the religions of the world, the races, the creeds is very important.
There can be no greater opportunity for the transformation of students than helping the less fortunate. The value of performing selfless service has an extraordinary power to bring out the inherent divinity in each student.
What you are now witnessing is a daily event, or we make it regular when the school, in its efforts to establish good community relations, look after the old people and orphans of the area. Today, the old people are receiving blankets. This is the winter season, it's very cold. A bag of mealie meal, which is the staple food, and a hamper containing salt, sugar, oil, and soap for their individual uses. These are very scarce commodities in this country, and especially among old people who have no one to look after them.
His mission is our transformation. His great love has brought us Educare. This is the essence of a Sathya Sai education, using his philosophy of Educare to bring out the inherent divinity and love found within each child. Sathya Sai schools around the world are now demonstrating the success of his mission. On every continent, in different faiths and cultures, teaching the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of man. Educare, implemented through Sathya Sai education and the teaching of the 5 human values of truth, right action, peace, love, and nonviolence. It is true education to transform the heart of all humanity.